In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, I bear witness that Allah appeared in the personage of Master Fard Muhammad. I also bear witness that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad is indeed his messenger. I also continue to bear witness that the Most Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan was chosen amongst them two men to raise the consciousness of the black man and black woman to a divine level of consciousness that will lead us back to Allah, to lead us back to heaven. I greet you in the language of peace, of Assalamu Alaikum, which only means peace be unto you. Today I want to make a short video. And this video is, I don't have no title for it. I'm just going to speak from my heart. And in my heart is a need. We in the Nation of Islam are at war. It's very important that we remain amongst our own. The teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad is so valuable that you can't even put a price on the value of what we have. If a person don't have the teachings that we have, it's almost impossible for them to see the hidden plans of the enemy. It's almost impossible for you to see the enemy's plan when he has taught you. Because whatever he has taught us, whatever he do, is justified. Whatever he do, it's a normality. I have the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad in my heart. When you have the teachings in your heart, you can see all the enemy's plans that Allah allows you to see. Only by his permission. We are wise enough in the nation to see him for who he is. But where the problem comes in is this. We go through very unique situations that are hidden silent attacks from our open enemy. And when we discuss our grievance to the closest person to us or to our family. Sometimes they don't even have the ability to be able to see what you see. And in some of these cases, this can be a big problem because the enemy comes and manipulate those who don't know. But he makes it seem like it's fair seeming. He makes it seem as it's nothing wrong. But in reality, you have violated the structure and the home of a Muslim man, of a FOI. We see you for who you are, and your actions has proven to us that you are who you are. And that's just the bottom line. The only people that think like us is someone in the nation of Islam. That's it. When you have situations and you share it, a person will look at you like you crazy. They will look at you as you always overlooking, you always overestimating something. You always looking too much into something. Absolutely not. I'm looking into what you have delivered. I go by your actions. My mail comes up destroyed. My mail winds up on somebody else's porch. My mail come to me destroyed. Even when I DoorDash, every day I go out, there's always something going on with the app. Sending me upside down orders and then blame it on the algorithm. When you do DoorDash, they got a thing that you use. It's called a red card. And that red card gives you the ability to shop in grocery stores. When you shop, you get bigger offers. And the bigger offers you get, the more money you make. And at the end of the day, if you're working for anything, you're working to be compensated for your time with money. Now, it's always something that goes on with my app. Now, I know in any business, you're going to have your turbulence. In any business, you're going to have your ups and downs. But in those struggles, there are common things that people go through. But when things are manufactured, it sits with you different. Because even though you don't know who's behind that damn computer, you know damn well these hypocrites are doing things to kill and stop your money. We are dealing with hypocrites behind those computers, Trump lovers behind them computers. You can't never destroy me because Allah created me. You can never destroy me. Allah created me, wicked one. And when we go through certain situations like this, you have to explain this to a brother or a sister in the nation. Because our people that don't have the knowledge of who they are and don't have the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, this will go over their head. It would make it seem like you're the problem. You overlooking everything. You always overestimating something. Or is it just, I judge you by your actions? Because your actions is the footnotes to your intentions. Your actions is the result of your thought dealing with me. When you discuss the issues that we go through with our brothers and sisters, you at peace. Because he understands the enemy who we all are fighting. And he also has went through struggles and trials on his level dealing with our enemy. Everything that you do to me, it's a reward that Allah is going to give me. But everything that you do to me lets me know, and this is facts, I don't belong to you. I belong to Almighty God, Allah. And that is a fact. You can't break me. You may be a sneaky, slithering hypocrite. And the only way you can do it is sneak around and kill me. But I still will die the death of a Muslim. Allahu Akbar. I don't fear death. Not at all. I fear Allah and not carrying out my assignment that he wants me to carry out. I fear that, not a man. Allahu Akbar. We are the chosen, and we will rise we will rise over these primitive, weak, strong. The enemy do so many things to us in the nation, on the computer, behind closed doors, behind the scene. There's so many agents, our people. Some people sign up now to work for the government. Then you're on the payroll to work for him, to work against your nation. To work against your salvation. I go to the store today to go do some shopping, and they held me up on purpose. And us in the nation, we're able to see, your fake agents that you got loitering around, listening to see how a person gonna handle a situation, listening to see what's going on. Because I don't know what you thought that this Muslim is. We don't steal, or we don't take anything that don't belong to us. The only thing that we want is what God give us. Is what God give us. And that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And when God give it to us, that means we have earned it. And when God give us that, that's appreciated. That's love. That's given to me genuinely. I'm in the store earlier, and I used my virtual DoorDash card. We got it activated last night. Talked to customer service, took my picture, got my information, did all the necessary things to do to shop. I knew today that when they did shoot me an offer, which was at August, I knew that when I did this shopping, it was going to be something, if not this store, later on down the line, that was going to be what they call a glitch in the computer, in the app, which is some BS. I did the shopping, got all the items. Got to the cash register, went into my wallet and pulled the DoorDash virtual card out. Finished going through the form to close out the order. So now I'm at the part where it says proceed to checkout and pay. I proceeded to check out and pay, hit the thing twice on the side to click it, put it on the cash register. It beat, I watched the circle, decline. I did it again, I watched the circle, and decline. Now at this time, they had agents watching to see what's going on. Yeah, your agents. We know who you are. I know who you are. Weak ass. Now, I got this virtual card activated last night, so it shouldn't have been an issue of what was going on with my virtual DoorDash card. I called customer service, and they had me on the phone for I'm talking about hours, a long time. Now, I'm sitting up there waiting on them to correct this problem. And the only thing he can tell me is he's sorry for my inconvenience. And because you're up there, I'm gonna give you a base pay. $5. See, let me tell you something. Anybody that play at your money, that don't want to see you eat, is an enemy. See, here's one thing about me, I'm a hustler. And if I see an opportunity where it's less stress, I don't have to worry about working nobody over. I don't like nobody being over me doing anything. I'm gonna take the opportunity. And what I seen in the opportunity A person can talk all day. You can make about $1,500 a week with DoorDash or more. My goal was 15 a week. Literally, 15 a week. I ain't taking nothing no less. Because I'm going to put the time in and the work in. And working is something easy for me to do. Because I'm a driver. Once I see the opportunity, I'm going for it. And I'm going to stack that money, invest that money somewhere else to get the hell off of this plantation. I don't want nobody being in control of my money. Absolutely not. And I'm thinking with DoorDash, as long as you go out to do the work, you will get paid. Not some of us in the nation. The enemy will try to make everything hard for you. He will strive to seek to destroy you with his weak, wicked mind. He's a bastard. He will try to destroy you. Destroy your money, destroy your family. He wants everything that belongs to you that God has given you. You can't have what God has given me. Because in order to get that what God has given me, you got to go through me to get it. And I'll never sell my God out for the enemy. I wish I would be on the payroll for the government to snoop around and watch people. Always eavesdropping on somebody's case, eavesdropping on somebody, and then take it back to your master. Good boy. Good boy. You got people out here trying to make an honest living. No drugs involved. No illegal activity involved. And they still try to destroy you. Because they don't want you, they don't want me to win. Because when I win, the team wins. And that's a fact. All these games they play with us. And the only ones can understand this enemy is a brother in the nation. Not saying that we the only ones can see him, because if you got the right data and the right Islam in you, you can definitely see him for who he is. But you have to have the history of you in you to be able to see your enemy. You can't solve a problem with the same level of knowledge that created the problem. You just can't. If the enemy taught you, how you gonna see him? If he taught you. It has to be another knowledge that confronts and conquers that inferior knowledge. It has to be. It has to be something more superior. Then you can see the enemy for who he is. I didn't know who the hell he was. I knew it was a problem before I got the teachings. I knew he was different. I knew that he can't be God, not acting like this. I knew that as a little boy, as a little child, but I didn't know who he was. That's why you see a white Jesus, I'm like, man, all this evil stuff they be doing, why is he God? I asked my grandmother that in church. And she told me, don't question God. I didn't answer that no more. But I knew in my heart something wasn't right about that. But once I got the teaching of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, I was able to see him. I always had good discernment. But it lined my discernment like a laser. Allahu Akbar. Allah is indeed the greatest. When you don't have the knowledge of who you is, the enemy can manipulate you easy. It's not even hard to manipulate you. All you gotta do is play on your emotions. a member in the Nation of Islam is so valuable that we the only ones that think like this. And it sometimes seems like you on the planet all by yourself. Because if you don't have the knowledge of who you are, you cannot see him clearly. And you got some that's so arrogant and they not knowing, but they think they know. They are the easiest ones to get. See, we at war. And those that reject the knowledge of who you are, reject the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan, you playing with your life. You playing with your life. You know why I say that? Because the things the enemy manipulate you with are going to be the same things that he killed. So you will die with your enemy. And you can't say that you haven't been warned. Ain't no way in the world I can see something happen to my brother or my sister, and I see it, and I don't address it. I was door dashing the other day. Went into the office. Not the office. Went into Wendy's, and a brother came to the door and said, "Hey, OG, hey brother, man, look at this worm in my fry." And it was a worm in his fry. I'm like, damn, that got to be a hell of a worm, because that fry was cooked in grease at 220. That grease was hot. That got to be a hell of a worm to survive that heat and still be living, thriving. I said, damn, that wasn't no pork. That wasn't no trick, no worm. What was it? Just so happened, I took a video of it so I can go home and look at that worm. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. However, I had an order from Wendy's, and I went to a leasing apartment where they lease to the tenants. And I took the food in there to a sister. When I dropped that food off, you know what I told her? I say, man, I would be a hypocrite not to tell you what I seen in Wendy's. I will be a disservice to you as a brother. I say, sister, our first line of defense is our food. We must learn to prepare our own food. My queen DoorDash, I can't stand DoorDash because I don't want nobody handling my food. But I told the sister it was a worm in the fry that was living. I say, sister, keep your mouth out of the kitchen of someone else's kitchen. Prepare your own food. And she thanked me and she appreciated that. Got another order to the same place. And she's a good sister. But this time it was from Burger King. She said, you see, I ain't order from Wendy's no more. I say, yeah, that's right, sister. I say, well, you know, I'm going to get you, sister. You got to prepare your own food. You know what I'm saying? But she's a real good sister. But my point is, I would have been a hypocrite not to warn someone of pending danger. I couldn't have gave her that food and just bounced. That would have bothered me all day because I seen that. We got to have courage to speak truth regardless of circumstances, even if the truth is against us. Speak truth. Speak plain words. And we got to be able to at least, we don't have to join the nation of Islam, but study the material. Study the knowledge. Study that. Let your children study. Because those teachers will save their life. This ain't a game. They didn't take the knowledge from us playing with us. They did that for a reason. You can't control nobody who has the knowledge of who they are. The only way you can control someone if you strip them of everything of what belongs to them that's required for them to function as a civilized citizen. And that is the knowledge of self, the knowledge of who we are and our true and living God. That's the only way the enemy can control you. He can't control you outside of that. Something had to be taken away and replaced for him to control you. No matter if we want to believe it or not, the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is our salvation. And those teachings will save our life and set us in heaven. And that's a fact. We must know who our enemy is and know the schemes and plans that he do in secret and in the open. You can only fool somebody, enemy. That belongs to you. But you can't fool the wise. That don't belong to you. Because we see you clearly for who you are with your premature, weak, fake, unrealistic plots and plans. And the reason why I say they're unrealistic, because they're not going to win against our God. They're not going to win against Allah. Because your plans is unrealistic. It don't match the fabric of the universe. Allahu, we will win regardless. We will win regardless. I'm going to say this. We are valid. We are invalid to one another. The only place that we can get these teachings is in the nation of Islam. That's it. You ain't gonna go to school and get the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You ain't gonna go to college and get the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. They would never teach this inside of their elementary schools, high schools, or in their colleges, because these teachings free you from mental slavery, from debt and oppression of men. Allahu Akbar. Allah is indeed the greatest. We are the chosen. We are the ones that will make it to see heaven. And even if we as physical human beings don't witness it, our actions will secure a place of heaven for our lineage. Allahu Akbar. Because Allah see everything that we do and see everything the enemy do. Allah know if you sell out behind closed doors, and He know if you honor Him behind closed doors. Allah don't miss nothing because everything is accounted for. Everything is recorded. Allahu Akbar. All praises belong to Allah. Your brother, Kabir, Legend Muhammad. Peace.